A state budget is in place for fiscal year 2012-13. It spends $27.6 billion, imposes no new taxes, and spends less than 2008-09, the last fiscal year before federal stimulus dollars were in play. It has the support of State Representative Joe Emrick from the 137th Legislative District. He's here to talk about some of the elements of the budget, the most important of which, Representative Emrick, is the fiscal code and how you dealt with the neighborhood improvement zone.
That's correct, and thank you, Scott, for having us on today. Yeah, one of the most important things that we had to take care of was dealing with what a lot of people know as the NIZ and the Allentown Hockey Arena. And quite a few months ago, it was brought to our attention that our local earned income tax money for people who worked in that zone would be taken to help contribute to pay for that zone. We have effectively fixed that problem with this budget. The Lehigh Valley Republican delegation worked very, very closely with Senator Brown to come up with an appropriate fix. We have done that. Not only will the current money that's already been collected be returned to our outlying municipalities, but no new future EIT money will be taken as well. And that will be accomplished with this budget. And that is a critical component, and one of the reasons it has my full support.
You sent a letter a few weeks ago to leadership to deal with, or asked to be dealt with, some very specific things with the budget, and they were dealt with. I want to talk about those. The first of which I know is a priority for you. That's education for your 3 school districts in your district.
That's correct. You know, as most people realize, I was a teacher for 18 years when I got elected, and making sure that we properly, fund our schools is important. And one of those primary components was the restoration of the accountability block grants, all $100 million that had been proposed to be cut out. That's probably one of the most important revenue streams that our schools get because it does give them a lot of flexibility with when, how, and where they use that money. And a lot of that does go directly to full-day kindergarten, among some other things. So that was accomplished with this budget, and I know our school districts back home are very, very happy with that.
Originally, Governor Corbett had proposed a 20% cut for county human services, and House Republicans worked very hard and managed to get back a very large chunk of that.
That's correct. We did help restore 10% of that, which I believe was about $84 million to be exact. In addition to that restoration, there were a couple of additional line items put in to the human services part of the budget. One of which that I had heard from many groups back home about was the elimination of a waiting list for our residents with intellectual disabilities and mental handicap, where aging parents would have to leave work, quit their jobs because there would be no more resources to take care of someone who needs 24-hour attention. We have restored $17.8 million to eliminate that waiting list for the coming year. And we are taking care of over, I believe it's 1,100 people statewide who will now receive the services that they need, which was very, very important for us in the House.
Finally, you expressed a concern about the proposals to deal with nursing homes and hospitals, and that also was rectified.
That's correct. The nursing homes and our hospitals have been restored to level funding, so there will be no cuts. I know we have some of the best hospitals in the state, in the Lehigh Valley. And that was a very, very important priority. When I did write the letter to leadership, I did express the need to restore those cuts. It's critical that Lehigh Valley Hospital, I believe, has the only child trauma center and emergency centers in the state. And so it was very, very important for us to make sure that we at least level fund those things, and we've accomplished that. And so that's why this budget got my vote and has my full support.
If you have questions about this or any other legislative topic, we'll show you Representative Emrick's contact information on the screen in a few seconds. I'm Scott Little. Thanks for spending 5 minutes with State Representative Joe Emrick.